Hey, what's up everyone? Aubrey Trades here, and welcome to another pre-market watch list. Except it's a Sunday night. We got a lot of tickers to go through. Of course, keeping an eye on DWAC and PHUN, the associated warrants. We're gonna see if they want to give us any kind of continuation going into tomorrow. Now, these both closed a little bit weak. So I'm not expecting that much, but if this opens weak, gaps down, look for that red to green move. That's my favorite scenario because you got that whole morning. You've got the gap downs, subtracting all the shorts. If you reclaim that red to green, it gives you that much more firepower for that explosive move upward that you can ride, right? And then, of course, depending on what these do, and if these make you a little bit too nervous and uncomfortable, we also got their associated sympathy plays, namely Bene, Mark, TRKA, and Salm. Go ahead and look at those charts real quick. Bene giving us this really great spike here, sort of midday, down from the 10s all the way up to 1890. Before closing around the $11 range. Same thing, these I think are going to be so closely tied to DWAC, so if DWAC opens low, if DWAC dies, PHUN dies, I think all of the associated sympathies probably don't do anything, but if it's in play, then these are going to be in play. So keep an eye on Bene. Again, if it gaps up, you're looking for the dip and rip for the spike. If it gaps down a little bit, we're looking for that weak open red to green move. Again, we also got Mark and TRKA. Mark giving us this sort of action. What I love about Mark is that it closed really strong. I mean, this is just absolutely incredible. We're gonna I'm gonna put another mark here at the bottom of this range just so we can have it. This, I mean, just so pretty. Great, nice little uptrend here. Looking for 217. If I can get in near that support level for a continued spike, that would be really great. Otherwise, you know, we're looking at 188 to hold as support if it gives us more of a weaker open. And then we have TRKA, which, you know, followed more closely to DWAC, right? This big morning spike and then closing low at the low. So I think this is definitely going to be closely tied to that performance. Now, if we get a crazy morning spike, then, you know, maybe this one will follow. Then we got Salm, which we were kind of looking at earlier last week for this little breakout, and then on the DWAC day, you know, kind of gave us that extra juice to push up here, but nice uptrend still intact. The key level I'm looking at is for that break of 475, which should make us more likely to test this range. Now remember, even from 5 to 6, it's going to be about a 20% move. Great range that's been created by these stocks. Love to see it. Now, all that dies, DWAC, PHUN go down the drain, and we're back to the boring old summer slow market, even though it's the fall now. You know, we're going to look at SGOC, BTCY, HFD. SGOC, I played last week, and I didn't really go over why I played it on the big picture, but look at this beautiful wedge we got going on here on the daily time frame. We got these highs at 29, right? This nice consolidating range. The day I played it was actually right here on the doji candle day. I got that quick spike, and then I bailed when it didn't have the follow through. Gap down the next day, but still held and kept this trend. So if this gaps up just slightly tomorrow, this is going to be one of my main focuses, all right? SGOC. Look how pretty this 5-minute structure is. Boom. We got this nice little double bottom. Whoop, whoop, right? After this gap down. That's great. This tells me, and especially at that bigger daily chart, there's a buyer here in the between 550, 580. 590s. That's just like really interested in keeping this thing up. So, you know, just good thing to note. You know, if we get a little bit of a gap up, I'm looking for the spike. Ideally, you know, we open above 650 over this trend line. That's going to be the really great move that I want to look to see. If we gap up underneath the trend line, then maybe we're playing for the break out over the trend line, or at the very least, you know, a retest of the 650s. Now, I want the move. I want the move. We get a good trend break. I think, you know, we could easily see a retest of these highs here in the 10s, you know, maybe the 11s. So I'm keeping an eye on that. I love that idea. It's one of my favorites. BTCY, another one. Boom, boom, boom. Great trend break here on the daily. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice first green day here on good volume. Love to see it. I would love to see a third day surge set up on this to where this kind of is weak on Monday and then kind of goes off on Tuesday. Loved to see that and give us a chance to get an entry on a bit of weakness. Otherwise, we're sort of chasing the breakout here, which I don't super love. Let's go ahead and get rid of the TPO chart and make this a little bit easier to see. Boom. Love to see this uptrend still intact. We got this sort of ascending triangle pattern. Look at 425 as the key level for the break of this trend. You know, get in. That could be your tight risk. Ideally, starts to break out. Wait for this pullback confirmation move. That way you can size in really tight. We're risking, you know, maybe 2 cents, right? You risk 2 cents, and you find yourself in a blue sky setup. Every 2 cents is an R. So you do $20 risk on 2 cents. Every 2 cents, you're making 20 bucks. Love that. So BTCY, another one we are going to highlight yellow because I like it. And SGOC, we're gonna just make that the same yellow. AHFD, someone mentioned in the comments. Thank you so much. I have not forgotten about AHFD, but it is so beaten off the highs here at dub 63, now chilling at dub 29. But what I love about this is big picture support right here. We broke underneath it a little bit, we reclaimed into the end of the day. Go down to this daily chart, see what I'm talking about, right? Boom, big picture support. Love it for a first green day bounce idea. Take us into the 4s, maybe take us into the 5s. That'd be great. Similar to the first green day we saw on Sybil back over here, right? When it was beaten down off the highs and broke down under support, rallied, and then gave us this nice first green day bounce. So this is a 40% move right here. So you could see a similar thing on AHFD. Could see a similar thing on AHFD, especially look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red days. This is basically a doji candle. Like, you can't call this first green day for anything. So definitely think we're due for that. Also keeping an eye on MWWC. This was a recent runner on some breaking news, crypto related news. Was this the one? Dude, 1021. They had a PR that had like a pretty picture. Yeah, we are here. Public launch. Moon. Does it give us a date for the public launch? Because once they do, that's going to be a nice buy the rumor, sell the news event sort of thing. Company acquisition. So anyway, so we're keeping an eye on this. Now we still have this uptrend going, right? Boom, 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 boom. Nice little consolidation pattern going on. So you know, I'm looking at this daily trend break setup. Kind of keep wedging in here. If we can clock some higher lows, right, get deeper into this wedge and break us back out to retest these highs. Love that. Might be more of a patience play, might take a little bit more time. MTRT, nice first green day the other day. Still hanging around the highs, consolidating, volume fading on the pullback, but still reaching its way back up to test these highs. Love this idea over 3. Love this idea over 3. And then over 3, you know, 4, 450, 5, whole dollars, half dollars, all the way up. Dogs, CNTX, other listed ideas. Dogs coming up on 52-week highs. very strong, but be careful. If we zoom out into the weekly chart, max available, we do have this long-term top here at 5. So be aware of that. And look how this spike here on this day on big volume, look at this big volume, couldn't get past that 5 mark. That's going to be tough. That's going to be key for us to get over 5. Once we get over 5, and in fact, I'm going to set an alert. Yeah. Boom, 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 create an alert, boom. Over 5, I love this because then it's pretty straight shot to 6. I'll take that $1 a share. That's 20%. CNTX, another one we're keeping an eye on. Ooh, look how gross that is on the max available. Disgusting. That looks like some dilutive action. CNTX. I'm sorry, that's S. Oh, I misdid that. Sorry, guys. CNTX. Here we go. IPO chart, 3 days, strong chart, closed at highs. Got this nice little pattern here. I'd look to play a trend break here over this tomorrow to retest these highs, or play the breakout over the highs. It's a blue sky setup. Just swing it, baby. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. And then that's about it. I mean, ALY iron toner, I'll leave you on. These are more back burner plays. It's just so fresh off of the highs. This was a recent runner. Kind of looks like it's trying to find a base here. So I would look for a first green day setup to potentially test these, the 222s, maybe the 25s. I don't know how great that is as far as risk reward goes, but I just think it's interesting. We're sort of stalled out around this 50-day SMA here. We definitely would want to see us get over the SMA back into the 1.8s, 1.9s before I consider playing that, which is more of a back burner. Toner 2 just kind of keeps fading off of the highs. We got a bit of a head and shoulders pattern here, so that's not super great. We're fading into this kind of support zone, but this could be a crack. I don't like how this looks, if I'm being completely honest. But we've been tracking it for some time, so I want to keep that on the radar. Of course, you know, if this wants to turn around, I'm just going to draw that, right? If we break this trend, then I'm a little bit more interested again. So again, top things, you know, we're looking at DWAC and we're looking at the sympathy plays. DWAC and the sympathy plays. Let's go ahead and make those like a light blue. That's not colorful enough. Then we got SGOC and BTCY. I like AHFD for a first green day idea. That green, WTRH still hanging around the highs. Did we go over WTRH? I don't remember. And then, yeah, probably so. Those are my tops. I'm color coding them. WTRH, just in case I forgot it, we'll go over it real quick. Oh yeah, we talked about the ascending triangle pattern and looking for this uptrend. Looking for the breakout over the 167, 168 area. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you got value out of this video, please hit the like button. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're watching. If you want some TA, please just leave the ticker down there. I'll throw it up on the next video. Otherwise, I'm Aubrey Trades. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.